Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You're back with Deck, and today we're playing some more Satisfactory Early Access. So, in our last episode, we went on a venture out into the great unknown. We found some big bad enemies and sorted those out, and got a load of power shards and stuff like that. A few things I did between episodes. You might notice this is a little bit more even. It was upsetting me. There is no more ramp up here. The only way up here is by flying up here, which I really don't mind because we've got access points all the way around the base. Over in the distance, you may notice that that is slightly longer, and by slightly longer, I mean it's twice the length. There are now 50 of these bad boys, and if we just go down here, I've now got 2,500 megawatts of power to play around with. Not that we're doing much with the base at the minute, it's all stalled out. That's why the energy usage is so low. No, I've not done anything to alter that. If I can just find a jump pad and get up. I did do a little bit of testing with the screws just to see how I'd be able to get around it, and actually going straight over the top now is quite nice because we then have an overhead bridge. So at least now we know if things get too tall, I can actually make it look semi-decent and go around. Some things to show off though. If I just jump down into this nice open space down here. Oh, also, these are all now Mark 3s coming down here. And all of the lines coming out of the bottom production line are all Mark 3s. Basically, that's so I can A, run back here a load quicker from the end of the bus, which is where we're hoping to be today, and B, our supplies fill up before the factory, because we are more important than the factory. That's something that Dark pointed out to me yesterday while I was playing Factorio multiplayer, because I'm making things to supply the factory, and as Dark pointed out, the factory's there to support us, not us to support the factory. So, yes, anyway, the factory will now support us. Also, I want to throw down one of these because I did accept one of the... I can't afford it, I'm missing rotors. Haha! That is what we're hoping to build today. I accepted one of the recipes, which was... Can I see it in here? What was it? What was it? What was it? Something with steel pipes. Is it heavy modular frames? I believe it was heavy modular frames. I'm sure I accepted it. If I unlocked it, it might have said it was in... Oh, there it is. Encased industrial beams, sorry. So, this will now require steel beams and screws. I know, more screws, right? Rather than, if we go to encased industrial beams, requiring concrete. So really, the underbelly that I made for this isn't really required anymore because we can get away with doing screws. And I've also researched purple power slugs. These are just little bits that I've done. I went and got the one purple power slug that I had left over, so we've now got 18 of these left to play with. Excuse me, and I threw another hard drive in. Now I've just been waiting to see what we've got. Screws. So, 2 iron ingots, I wanted to call that then. 2 iron ingots for 90 screws coming out. Let's just compare that to what we're actually doing at the minute, because it might be worth swapping that out. So at the minute, screws require 1 iron rod makes 6 screws, or 15 makes 90. And 1 iron rod requires 1 ingot. So it's 1 for 1, and then 1 for 6, or it would just be 2 for 6? Does that seem bad? Am I messing all that up? That doesn't seem right. 2 ingots for 90 per minute. Where's that? It seems like it's better, but I'm probably not explaining it right. 1 ingot makes 1 rod. 1 rod makes 1 screw. 2 ingots makes 2 lots of screws. Is it not effectively the same, but it cuts out all the middle bit? So I wouldn't have to make all the rods then, would I? It may be worth taking. because then I can skip out the rod production, which is where a lot of my ingots are currently going. And realistically, whoa, don't jump on those belts anymore, that is bad. At the minute, the only rods we are producing are both going straight into screws, so that would actually free me up at least one line for screws. God damn it, can I not just stand on the edge? Oh, no I cannot. It would free me up at least one line for screws, because one of these was originally going down to modular frames at the end, but we could now cut these off from here and just funnel in the iron ingots. Yeah, I'm going to take that. I don't know if it's a decent choice. I don't know if my last choice was a decent choice, but with it reloading between each episode, well, between each session, I can't really leave it up for you guys to help me decide it. I mean, I'd go for this one, but I don't really want to start bringing copper ore in. That can just do one, so... yeah, let's go for this. And then let us throw in... I have also noticed we've got some little things in here that we can research. Let me just go and grab some ingots. Excuse me. Which would be from this stack right here. Take a full stack of them, put half a stack back. We've got a few little things that we can just research to get out of the way. Oh, and also, I don't know if you've noticed, the game is a lot crisper. I know, spinning around's not going to help. Thank you, Dark, for helping me set up my graphics card. As in, like, all the nitty-gritty stuff that I really never ever do. Why have I gone to this one? That probably helped us. Toxic Time Waster, somebody that I actually watch myself, has started commenting on the odd video, and he gave me his input last night. I've gone and cleaned up my hard drive a little bit more as well, because Toxic's suggestion was saving my YouTube files to a different hard drive, which I actually already do, but still... it was worth trying, and yeah, the hard drive did need cleaning up a bit. It was just over half full, so we've emptied that back down a little bit. Can I just like get rid of a few of these, because we really don't need to concern ourselves with these ones anymore. We can just get them out of the way. My own suggestion, which I never thought about, I did try to be clever and put everything on Ultra and on 4K resolution. I've dropped back down to 1920 by 1080 just for this game and recording. I'd much rather it be crisp and fresh rather than, you know, stuttering everywhere. It doesn't make for good watching experience. So, yeah, thank you for the help, you dudes. It was greatly appreciated. Hopefully, you're going to benefit it from watching my videos if you do continue to watch them. Dark, I know you definitely will. Toxic, I hope you enjoy watching them still. It's... actually making me a little bit nervous knowing that you may potentially be watching, just with how long I've watched you for. So yeah, we can also get this one thrown in as well, and then we can actually see how much better or worse this is. Let's get rid of this one, and let's go and just chuck two of these down side by side so we can compare. So we've got screws original, so it's 15 rods. We've got screws alternate, which is 2 ingots, 15 per minute for 90. And 15 per minute for 90. So it does reduce it down. It cuts out the middleman a little bit. Let's go. And there was a slight stutter there, but the odd one here or there. I'll let it off. Let's go and throw another hard drive in there. Ready. Just sort that out. We can be making cloth and stuff like that, but it feels like the hard drives are the way to be going. So we'll let that get going. And I am actually going to go, and we're going to sort these screws out. Not that it's going to reduce the size of it at all, but if I've not got to make rods anymore, then I'd rather not. Admittedly, we've already got it set up, so it might be a big waste of time to do all this. Is it? Because basically this infrastructure should stay the same. 120 coming in, these two are 30... No, that is not how it works, because I've got these slightly overclocked, haven't I? Can I... Excuse me. Thank you. These are slightly overclocked. So it'd be 60 for this one, 60 for that one. Yeah, I would still need 2 belts coming in to get... Well, actually, 1 belt gives me 1 full line. Yeah, let's do it. I know it's faffing around for faffing's sake, but... if we don't need all these, then why bother with them? So we know we can take this out completely. We're going to leave one lot of this here, because obviously we need to connect it back up to the modular frames, which I could actually do right now. Mark II conveyor belt. Oh, I left the path there. Well, isn't that convenient? It is set up for Mark II now as well. Maybe, just maybe, I could make modular frames run a little bit quicker. Not that we need to at the minute, but we might as well upgrade this line while I've got the mindset of doing it. Stop, 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 stop. Oh, God. It's only going to get worse with the faster ramps. It's only going to get worse. Will that help this at all? I mean, it's full at the minute, so no, not really. We've got a line of 120 coming in, so is that 5? So that, yeah, that would be 5. So I could get 5 machines out of this. Ooh, yes, that does help a little bit. Not that we need it right this second, like I say, but... Anyway, I want to be getting towards doing rotors. We really need to get them produced, because then I'm going to move all the steel to the end of the bus, where it should rightfully be. But let's come and have a look at these screws then for now, shall we? So, we've cut one lane of this off, which is fair enough, but now we need to cut the input off, which is you right there. So, you don't need these anymore. You know what? It's actually silly to cut all this back. Let's just leave it there ready, in case. And then this one can continue, and I'm aware they all clip through each other. The clipping doesn't actually bother me. But now we need to bring you across to here, which I can go like that and like that. So you're going to drop down to that one, and you're just going to come straight in. I'm going to have to come and clear all these lines up, aren't I? Unless I can just make it use all the screws. What uses all screws? Generally, reinforced iron plates use all of these. In fact, reinforced iron plates use all of these. Right, if I go and take some reinforced iron plates out, then that should force production to up its game. I'm sure I got the paint gun out before this episode started, so that it'd change all these back. Maybe I didn't. Just take a couple of stacks. I don't want to take too many. And then that should force the screws to be produced. And in fact, me taking 2 stacks of these will also force the screws to be produced, at least from the bottom lane anyway. So let's get that moving through a little bit. Top belts aren't really wanting to go anywhere, but all the machines will be full up, so yeah, kind of explains it. Until these have actually cleared through, there's nothing we can do. So let's just let it run. We need to get another line of ingots coming in. Now, there isn't really anywhere low. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I could get a few more 120 lines coming in. Really, I should be upgrading this all to 240. We'll do that at some other point. Right. I need to come and bring more lines in. Not the episode that I wanted to be doing. I wanted to be doing some rotor stuff, but we're doing what we need to do. I should be able to drop down from up here. In fact, if I can drop onto this belt, it shouldn't hurt too much. Yeah, quite a bit. Because we have got a load of iron over here. And if I remember rightly, there are 2 up there that are normal, which I'd connect to this road still. Oh, they're impure. Fair enough. We're going to hook all these up. Just 1 minute. Excuse me. So there are 4 extra veins out here that we've not tapped yet, which is what we're going to hook up today. What will that give me? 4 ingot? Luna, what are you doing? She just clawed at my foot. That scared the living daylights out of me. I assume she's just getting comfy. So yeah, we've got 2 up here. It is 2, isn't it? Not 3. I've not missed one, weirdly. And they can just come on top of here. And then there's the 2 over yonder, which I believe are also impure. What was that? Is that... Oh, it's limestone. I thought it was a crash for a second. I was going to say I've been across here before, never seen one. Now, I do want to know, and without doing it I won't know. Can you build out to there and build on there? There are trees. Because I'm assuming my base is going to have to either go up or somewhere else very soon. And I just need ideas. The only other thing is I go, make a turn and then keep going round. I'm not sure about doing a turn. I have had another suggestion. I'm going to keep it to myself for now. Dark is the only other one that knows, because we were talking about it while playing Factorio yesterday. It's a design idea that I've kind of touched on and made a start, but I've not actually done anything proper with it. But it has got something about it, I will say that. And if I did it, nobody else seems to be doing it like that. So maybe. Yes, this is impure as well. Now, are these... Yeah, these are all Mark 1s. I've not bought any portable miners. Clever. We need 4. Also, if you hold space, I can do whatever. Not that I can really do anything else like. But it saves clicking. So there's the 4 miners that we need. And I assume it'll be able to branch off of this path. Where are we coming off of? Where would line up nicest? Let's go from about there. And we should be able to get these in quite a nice alignment. Hopefully that one's going to fit on the edge there. Miner Mark 1. And it's going to be dead easy when I want to do this, by the way, because I'm just going to come back and upgrade them all to Mark 2 and get speed modules in all of... Modules, oh god, Factorio's coming through again. Because that's all I was doing on Factorio yesterday. I'm driving dark insane. You will get another update as well, by the way, at some point about our factory. Yeah, I've gone a little bit module crazy. Is that straight? Yes, it is. Can we get another one just like it? Nope, it's gone weird. Don't get why it does that yet. No, you're being an absolute pig, aren't you? I would prefer them both to come straight out like so. Encroaching others' clearance. That tells me that I need a little bit more to make it work. I mean, from down here that seems fairly straight, but evidently it's really not. Come on, I don't want to have these at an angle. Please, be nice. Why? Why are you being a camel? In that case then, if you're not going to play nice, let's try you at a different angle, shall we? I just want it to turn a little bit. Only a little bit, that's all. How about if I come off to this side then? This will work. Apparently it won't. How about if I just put another one down? Why? Why are you being a pain? I've had so many other miners and they've worked out fine. And now it just can't find it at all. Encroaching others' area. I know, that's why I want you to jump up. I think it's just gone crazy again. Yeah, it's just gone crazy again. How about if I go there? Oh, come on. Nope, really doesn't like that one. Have I really got to do a bit of a step down? Is that what you're complaining about? If that's what you want, I'll do it. I don't really want to do it, because it means I've got to have a weird step up, but... I don't know why it's being crazy. We don't need to do the half tiles underneath. If I just put one under here, then they should all come from... And this is why I didn't want to step down. I'm not doing that. That's awful. You're either going to work how I want it, or we're not taking you. It's as simple as that. How about if I just do it like that for now? Encroaching others' clearance. Oh! Oh, come on, you were playing nice a minute ago. Please. And yet, when I do this off camera, there are no problems. Not like this, anyway. I might have a little bit of a teething issue occasionally, where I've got to sort it out. See, that should be fine. It seems like they're just not lining up how they need to line up. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about this. We're going to have to slap it down wherever it goes. Fine, it's the only miner in my base that isn't completely lined up right. It's fine. And with the looks of it, we've got to have a double path here, which I don't like. But I was meant to be doing this quickly and not wasting a load of time. We want green at the front. Are you not going to clip onto that now? Let's just leave a little bit of room there. And you need to be... Well, you don't need to be Mark 2, but you are going to be Mark 2. And then you're going to come out. And we are going to try and line this up as best as possible. Just because we can't line it up from the actual miner. Which means I do have to get rid of that, unfortunately. Where is it? Where's the joint? Really? This is just not going well for me today, is it? There we go, that'll do. And you need to step up twice. Now, can I do it? It's going to have to be here. Like that, and then if I put one there, because you're going to have to go up onto... You are joking me. Well, and I just built 2 of those there. As you can see, deleted one, and it's still there. My name isn't Houdini, I swear. It's just Dag. And this should actually go into a nice 90-degree turn now. Because I am an idiot. An absolute idiot. This needs to go up 3. Well, up to 3, sorry. Right. Will this still reach, being as though it's now a little bit longer? Yes, it will. Need to get rid of this one. And that should now work. Yes. I don't need to be doing the ones there. So long as you've got it in the right position, it will automatically make the nice 90-degree turn. Admittedly, my base is kind of set up now so that I'm still going to do it my default way, which is... There's the turn, so that's what we do. Excuse me. Thank you. There's the turn, and we cut the bottom ones off because I don't want the turning things. And we just leave the top for one for if we've got to add any more curves into this. And you go across to there. Right, can I do this next one without it being an absolute pain in the backside? These also need power. Actually, let's go from this one. We'll just jump across it. About there. Yeah, slight clipping issues. You didn't see nothing. I could have joined it all the way back at the bus and brought it all the way down, but that seems a little bit overkill, right? I know I said I wasn't being lazy anymore, but there's a limit to not being lazy. That is something that I'm not willing to do. And you are giving me 30 each. Probably should have bought some power shards out, but never mind. We can get those on the way back. You know what? I'd actually like this to line up, if at all possible. I don't like how this has gone at the minute. Because it means, realistically, I need 2 ramps coming up this side as well to make it symmetrical. God damn it. And you're not even in the right place. Brilliant. Brilliant job. Will this get over the top of the hill sharp enough? I hope it will. where did... No. Come on. Really, game? I know it's very close to my path, but it's not intersecting. And in fact, I'm going to leave that path there because it looks quite nice. And you, and you, and up, and... Not that way. That way. So then we can have it come in straight into this. Yeah, I'm going to leave that like that. I know it looks a little bit slapped out. In fact, no, we don't need that one there. I am going to leave that one there because you know we're going to need that in a second. And we're also going to need that as well. Well, we might as well actually do this right now. And again, overshot that jump a little bit. Let's get the cornering ready. Beautiful. This looks like it's going to line up quite nicely. Now, are the mines going to be absolute pigs again? I've got to keep this in because I want the paths to be the same both sides. That's why. Come on, miner. You can do it. Hooray. Perfect. That's what we want. And then this one. I think if we can get this coming off in a nice straight angle as well. A nice straight angle. Angles are by definition not straight. It's amazing some of the things you come out with while you're doing this, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Let's just... Oh, I'm out of concrete now. Out of concrete, out of power shards. You know what? We're going to take this out. And we're just going to have a little bit of a... do I want a corner or do I want... Let's have a straight path. Make it look a little bit more official. We're not Neanderthals. We don't walk up just bog standard ramps. Don't look at my entrance to my base. That's not a straight ramp, I promise you. In fact, we've not actually got to run all the way back. I should really make more access points to the base, shouldn't I? Oh, that's something I did off camera as well. Where the... I do like looking at this. It does look quite cool from down here. Admittedly, the floating belt doesn't look quite so cool, but ignore it. It's all a quirk of physics. Where I extended the power plant, this is where the lag was caused before, as you can see, nice and crisp. I will stop going off on different tangents. Where the power plant is, which is this lipped bit, oh, you can see it from here. I've put a ramp on the end, so we can get over all this and just go straight through the poisonous arch over there. Right. Why didn't I just grab concrete from down there? Because I wanted power shards, that's right. And we will need 8. I don't know why I had to do that mad. And Luna put me off because she was yawning from under the desk. And it sounded hilarious. There are the power shards. Thank you. Let's take some concrete. Yeah, that should do. I don't think we need this and this. We need to keep the coal on us though. Because I need to remember to go back to them crash sites that we found yesterday and sort those out. Right. Let's just jump down here and take even more fall damage again. We know it's going to be painful. It's fine. I'm not looking to fight. And really, in fact, I may get rid of my sword as well. So you don't have to keep watching me run around with a sword in my hand. Geronimo! At least we intended to go down there this time. Not like the other time when I accidentally fell down. Let's just run up this way. It is starting to look quite nice and industrial now. I do like it. But yeah, at some point we have got to come back and upgrade all of this, just so you know, to Mark 3s. I probably am going to skip out doing that with Mark 3s now, and we'll wait till we get to Mark 4s and go from there. So, this doesn't actually need a step up. We can just stay on the ground level. That is going to be about right. It's not going to be perfectly right, joining up onto the minibus that we've got down there, but it's as good as it's going to get. And you're not quite straight, but we're never going to be able to sort it. It's nearly right. Maybe if I brought this one further forward, would that help a little bit? Like I say, it's still not going to be perfectly straight, but... yeah, that line still isn't straight. That one's as straight as it's going to be. And then we can just come straight to the top of the hill. Oh, it actually let me do that then. Don't change your mind now. You were letting me do that before. Fine, fine. Let's get one of them there. You can go into there, and you can just latch onto that, please. Thank you. And we actually need power from this side. Yeah, I should have done it. In fact, you know what? Let's just cut that back out. Let's bring this to this corner, like we do. About there. I know I can get the power poles and actually do it properly, but... So you can go to there. You can come up to here. Where are we? That's about right. And again, I've got so many ideas for the next playthrough already. I just can't wait to start that. Several times I've thought about playing off-camera solo play. I have got my own solo game, but I've not been on it in that long, so I keep finding little bits to do on this. But I don't want to start a new solo play because I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go and do what I want to do in the next series. So it's like I really, really want to play this game more, but I don't, because I want to save the ideas for camera so I can show them off to everybody else. I hope you appreciate the fact that I'm holding back on playing this game more. The only other way I'd be able to do it is actually by recording more, but this is still only going to be one video a day. I'm not going up to 2, not with this anyway. I only do Slay the Spy because I've got a variety of different videos, but... So, these are all ready to go. And this now needs updating because it will be 480 from 8 of them. If I can just find my beacon. This is going to be fun trying to type. They are all Mark 1. 480. 8 times. See, I can type sometimes. 480. 8 belts coming in. No, there aren't. There are 4 belts coming in. It's from machines. There are 8 machines. So I can assume if there's 480 from 8, that there's 60 from each machine. I know I can do it in such a better way, but that's the way I've chose to do it. So, deal with it. We can cut these back out. There's not going to be any more turns coming from this one, so I am just going to get rid of it all. If I know there's going to be more turns later on, like at the entrance to the bus, I do tend to leave them in, but we don't need to here. Now, can I get this all connected back up nice and quickly? Because next episode, it looks like we're going to have to sort out the screws. Well, sort out the iron production and then sort out the screws. Like I say, I wanted to be doing rotors this episode, but I didn't expect to get the results from the hard drive that we did. And in fact, I can go and check the last the new hard drive just before we finish off here. Come on. This is a corner piece, isn't it? And I've deleted all the things. God damn it. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I do this every single time, and you know this makes it even more of a pain for upgrading belts because I've now got all the little ones in the corners to sort out. I know, I can avoid doing it, but I've started doing it now. This is my process for this playthrough at least. I will try and get some different habits for the next playthrough, but that's probably going to be fairly far away. Let's cut these away. Don't need them. And cut you away. Put it this way. The next playthrough isn't going to be quite so vertical. That's the plan anyway. That seems a little bit close, but it's not. Let's do the top one first, because the top one is the nightmare one. He says that on his smallest stackers. Not that we've got taller than this in the bus, and about to get much taller with the looks of it. Come on. In you go. This one's normally a pain. We've got it. That's the ones. And just cut all this back. Well, I should really leave the top ones still. What is even happening here? We've got some floating ladders. Don't want that. Do not want that. And you can go up and up. We're getting there. I know it's already gone past the time, but it'll be fine. You can go up and up. Excuse me. I did click them. The game didn't want me to click. Oh, God. Look how long the goddamn road is. I mean, I knew how long it was, but I just forgot, really, because I've been running and jumping off the edge of basically a cliff to get down here. I forgot the run out here was so long. At least I've not deleted the poles. Well, stackers, even from down here. If they're on long paths like this, I do tend to leave them. There's just a few that I've deleted because I want them to fly. Or it was just marginally longer than the 6 tiles that the belts can go on. So, yeah. Come on. To be fair, I don't have to keep looking back at the start either. I need to be careful now. I should probably switch sides because I've got the belts already going in one direction. I can just pull it from there to there. Although that arrow is pointing back that way. So we don't want to be doing that. I always thought if you'd got the belt going the right way, it would automatically snap to the right way if you helped it. Right, we're going to have to step this up a little bit more now. And by a little bit more, I mean a lot bit more. We're actually running out of reinforced iron plates. Only the ones in my hand, don't worry. I've got loads more. Can I just get on top of here for a second and not get pushed about? That's what we want. Because I need to see how high I need to be going. So it's one more on top of that and one more on top of that still. Then we need the corner ones in as well. This is why I leave the corner ones there. Especially for a big junction like this one. Then you need to go up 2 more, and you need to go up 2 more. And I think we'll start coming up from this one, because it should be able to do it. It may look a little bit steep, but it's not something that concerns me. It does amuse me that I could merge 2 belts onto the same place, and it doesn't have a problem with that. Please don't be too long. Oh, thank God. It is 6 tiles away, so... Oh, I'm impressed. It did it. Right, we don't want it with the foot there. I need a better angle. It looks like I should have walkways all the way along here, just so I can actually build properly. I need to make sure I don't fall behind me, because that is a poison patch behind me. I want it to go into there, and into there. Wonderful. Now, we've not got to do any turning shenanigans here. We can just keep going straight. Oh, very nearly. That's it. That's all the reinforced iron plates I've got on me. Let's just go and grab some more in a second once I've cut all this back. So we don't want it all hanging down this way. We're going to leave the top ones in. Same for this one. Leave the top 2 in case we've got more turns coming from that direction. Not that I think we will have, but still. Right, let me just grab some more plates and we're going to hook this all the way in. At least I've got a little bit of a platform here to be able to do this with. What have we got? Nearly 40 minutes. Jesus. The last time I glanced that way, I'm sure it said 20 minutes left. 20 minutes had passed. Anyway, time does not concern me at the moment. Not going to take loads of these, because last time I didn't actually need all of them. I do want to upgrade that belt as well, for the limestone. We might as well have it coming in nice and quickly, right? You know what? I could have actually pulled these onto the separate lane and gone into the new smelting column. Do I really want to do that now? Not particularly. No. Let's go like that and like that, because you are going to come to there and you're going to go to there. I know I said I was doing the concrete, the old concrete line is a new iron line, but I think that's something I'll probably end up doing off camera, just because I think it's going to be tedious and I'm going to hate the way I've designed it the first time, so I'll probably do it and then have to take it to pieces. Did that spawn a foot? It does look like it did. Yeah, that's not right. We don't want you doing that. That's what we want you doing. Thank you. And you into there. That spawned a... Oh, God. I didn't even tap my move keys. Why am I flying on a belt? Come on. You know exactly what I want. This is getting very close to the ceiling as well. And I can't move all that because it's the space elevator that's on top of there. I wondered what the hell that was then. Giant bird features. And you into there. Whew. I mean, this is starting to look a little bit clustery. I mean, it's messy, but it's a weird organised mess. The only bit I don't like is that I've got a half step going up there. Realistically, this could all have been half a tile further down, but I'm not undoing it all now. No way, Jose. I wish you got half stackers. That would be good, because then we could sort out this mess, but it does stop it all from clipping. Anyway, let's get this hooked up to the storage devices. I'm actually going to go up here to do this last bit. And then we can call this one an episode, I think. Well, we need to look at that hard drive first, actually. And stacker, and storage is getting higher again. We had cut it down just a little bit before, but apparently it just wasn't meant to be. And you go up there. See, it's easy when you've got a decent vantage point. That's why I don't have a problem once we get it. But before this point, it is all a bit of a nightmare. Let's go up and have a look from up here. Whoop. I do love them, by the way. Absolutely love them. I could even have angular ones at some point, so we can get up at weird angles. Or I don't know how I want to use those ones yet, but I'm sure we'll get there at some point. Do these come straight out into the turn? I think they do. So this isn't a proper corner, not like the other ones that I do. I mean, can you fault me? I'm not doing it all the time. I know, that breaks the rules, right? I'm a bad person. But that is 2 more iron lines coming in, and with the looks of... Oh, God, don't do that. Land on the belt, land on the belt. No, we missed it. I need to go and get some more healings very soon. 2 more iron lines coming in means what? Well, 2 more iron lines going out, but it's 120 capacity now. Yeah, that's fine. So that is, again, 2 more iron ores going in, 2 more iron ingots coming out, so I will actually have 3 iron ingots. Well, 3 spare iron ingot lines, so that means if I go back across to the screws... I was about to say which one of the screws. It's the only other tall thing that we've got going for us. Right, these have all stopped working there, right? Good. That is actually what we wanted, because then we can swap these to alternate screws. And that's literally all we're going to be doing. So you're producing again. And alternate screws. I mean, this really didn't need to be done, but I've got to accept some of the recipes, right? Or they're just going to keep popping up? Surely. Alternate screws. And this is all going to take time to buffer again. I'm glad that the power shards stay in there and that all is good still. Because otherwise that would have been a little bit more annoying. But basically we've got to extend this another one now. Oh boy. But extending it another one will give me another 3... What have we got over there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll give me another 3 lines of screws coming out. What do we even need screws for again? Rotors. Rotors. You know, if I get a rotor recipe now that makes it so that we don't require screws, I'm not going to be pleased. I can tell you that much. What just happened there? Oh, they'd not finished sorting through everything, had they? Or did it just eject everything out of there? It was one or the other, right? I mean, I can just throw these back in so that they are producing, well, sending them out on the belts again. Because I don't need all these on me. And really, I shouldn't have deleted the ones that I did have on me. Yeah, let's get these, just pumping these out. God damn it. And you can go across there. You can go across there. You get the parts stack. We'll keep the rest of them. Don't want you. Don't want you. So yeah, let's get some more screws next time. Let's go back and see what our new hard drive is then. This should be a full line of iron ingots coming in. Yes, it is. Beautiful. Like I said, we just need to get the other ones hooked up next time. I may actually go and do the iron off camera, just as a bit of something to do for me tonight. Because really, do you want to watch me do iron ingots again? You've literally seen me do this so many times. And I've got to do 8 more machines on the end of this. It's getting ridiculously long now. I could just upgrade all the belts again and join them all together, but then I've got to upgrade all the factory. We're going to stick with what we've got at the minute. Let's go and check on that hard drive that I keep going on about. Sort. I don't want you. Sort again. Right, what do we got? Stitched iron plates, modular frames, and iron wire. You know, I'm actually tempted to go for the modular frames. If I took the iron wire, then I could cut copper out of the base completely at the minute. Excuse me. What does our wire currently support? Is it literally just cables? I'm sure we have no other use for it. But then we've got to get even more iron in. I actually don't think that's wise. Admittedly, cutting copper out of the equation would make it nicer. But having to bring in another line of iron ingots, don't really want to have to do that. And I have got an idea to bring this size down a little bit. The belts will still be as high as they've always been, but we're getting to the point where belts are going to have to come over this walkway as well. I don't mind it. And now that we've got the walkway up here, this bit's going to actually be quite easy to do, as demonstrated. Excuse me. Don't make me look silly now. Thank you. You can just go straight through, but I prefer to get the actual snap on it properly. And you'd go down to there, and you'd go down to there, and then we'd need another one of these on top. I know I'm meant to be finishing the episode off, right? Where did that go? It didn't go in the right place, that's for sure. So now our 2 towers are just as tall as each other. Oh yeah, not done that bit. Clever. I was going to say, you don't take it from that one there, do you? Comes from that one. Not that there's anything in this one yet, but we are ready for it. And that's going straight into screws. So it's got to come even further down. I think it's going to be worth taking the modular frames, because we've not really done them yet. I mean, we have set them up, yes, but this way would probably be more useful, right? What have we got? 6 reinforced iron plates, 6 steel pipes, and 6 parts per minute. So if we just throw an assembler down to quickly have a gander at this. Missing rotors. 1 minute. Let's just craft a few rotors. This is why I want to get rotors made. Because not only do I need to move the iron, we need it for assemblers. I don't want to keep having to do that. Modular frames currently take 3 iron plates and 6 iron rods for 4 per minute. Right? I've already forgot. 634, was it? Yeah, 364. So that changes to 666. Devil's number. Awesome. But then we wouldn't need to actually make iron pipes anymore, would we? Because modular frames are the only thing that's using iron pipes, are they not, at the minute? Other than us using them, so we would still make them. Iron rods. I keep calling them iron pipes. They're iron rods. Iron rods are literally used for modular frames only, so we'd be able to cut this entire line out of the bus. Like I said, we can't get rid of them completely, because we still need them for stackers and mergers. Yes, I thought mergers used them. Why do splitters use different things to mergers? That's weird. I've never noticed it before. I'm going to take that. So next time, hopefully, like I say, I'm going to sort this iron out between episodes, because I don't think you really want to watch me do iron or again. We are going to take this. Modular frames, yes. We don't want stitched iron plates, because I've already done the iron plates. I'm okay with not having iron wire at the minute. Let's confirm that. And have I got some mycelia? Because we can chuck that in there. I don't think I've got any more hard drives, have I? That was the last one. We've got some microwaves. That's exactly what I thought when I looked at it then. Why have we got a microwave? Let's chuck the mycelia in there, because it only needs 20, and we can have a look what that gives us next time. You can go back, sort this. Yeah, I think, wow, it's jumped to 50 minutes now, god damn it. Haha, we need rotors again. I need 25. We are going to do this and then call it an episode. I've said that so many times now. But I mean it this time, I promise. Yeah, we're going to get the iron sorted out. I'm not going to do modular frames yet. I don't want to do modular frames. I want to do rotors. We need to get away from this handcrafting for these sort of things. But we've got all known research now. We need to get motors up and running for the space elevator. That's the project that we've had for quite some time now, and I've not even worked towards it. Modular frames are actually fine for, even without redesigning it all. I'm sure I've got way more than 500. Motors is what we need, and for motors we need rotors, and for... we also need stators, I think? Stators? But somebody tell me. I was about to say Dark, tell me. How do you pronounce them? Is it stator or stator? I think it's stator. But, yeah. We need rotors and stators for that. And for stators... oh! Steel pipes and wires. That's not terrible. We'll see what the ratios are like later. But anyway, that is it for this episode. Another long one, I know. But now that everything's working well, I'm just... I love doing it. You can't pull yourself away from this game sometimes. You just have to keep going and going and going. Quite often when I do things at night, it's like I'll just do one thing 3 hours later and 2 AM in the morning. It's just like, oh god, I need to go to bed, I've got work. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, the new clean, crisp and not so laggy video, hopefully, I'll watch it back myself and check. Feel free to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see some more. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!